Hello and welcome to Shattered Fates Beta Edition. And I'm playing this Victor Heartstriker deck. And you might be wondering, or complaining, or thinking, but I want to see a new hero! Stop it. Right now. This is a cool deck. You just have to trust me. I'm going to show you cool things, and it's going to be awesome. Hold on. And I'm adjusting the microphone and stuff, and blah blah blah. Sure, you're getting annoyed by it because you can hear all the noise. Maybe not though. Sometimes I move the microphone and I mean I know I moved it, but I can't hear it. Okay. Anyway, so I'm not gonna tell you what this deck is about. I'll let it be a surprise. We're gonna get rid of Enchanted Oak. That's really only for mages. And I've used it very successfully against mages. Oh my gosh, I prevented Bravebone from playing a Supernova, which won me the game. And yeah, it was pretty awesome. We're going to get rid of Soul Seeker. That's one of the cards I've been considering taking out. I don't know if I really use it. Okay, we're going to throw this Dirk into the Snare Trap. Sorry, I'm hitting the scrolling on my mouse, which scrolls the webpage because it's in a webpage. Anyway. Oh, it plays a Rampant Krygon! Krygon! Anyway. I want to be, like, making notes or something, like... So, Tainted Oracle is another card that I originally had Wrath... There's a lot of allies in this deck, by the way. I originally had Wrath of the Forest, because, you know, I got allies. I don't know, you lose momentum, it's not really a control deck. I think it works well with Banebow, because he's control. And yeah, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure there's other things you can use him for. But I don't know. But right, I mean, the whole point is it wasn't working very well. It was getting too easily destroyed, and I wasn't drawing a lot of cards from it. Oh, that's okay. That's interesting. So yeah, that's the whole point behind that. Well, this sucks. Let us get rid of Venaflame Archer, I guess. I don't even know. I'm not even getting to do any of the cool stuff I can do with this deck. I haven't gotten the cards. But yeah, that's the whole point with these beta videos, is I want to try, I remember, I wanted to say this, I want to try to present different ways of playing. He played it! You're supposed to summon it with your ability. What are you doing? What are you doing, man? You're crazy. Okay. Cool, I guess. Get rid of a Dirk, sure. Oh, we'll use my ability. It'll bring back this Venaflame Archer, which I'll be able to play, so that's kind of cool. I get rid of this stupid that thing. We'll get these things. Midnight Sentinel! Oh! Can you kind of figure it out? What's going on? Dirk, Midnight Sentinel, Deepwood Bobcat? You see it? You see it yet? It's kind of there. What's going on? What's up with that? Man, oh. Whoa, that's kind of cool, right? Yeah, oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm having a little fun. Okay, so we'll do it. We'll pull off the epic combo that is Dirk Midnight Sentinel. And, I'll just like to point out that I really do think it is an awesome combo. I didn't get to do it turn 2, turn 3, like sometimes you can, which is just even better, but you play Dirk, and see, he's a 2-2, and he's not that good. But he's got Ambush. Well, then you play this guy called Midnight Sentinel on the Dirk, and lo and behold, he becomes a 3-4 with Ambush. That's pretty good. Pretty good, if I must say so myself. So it actually is a super great combo. You might think, like, oh, it can't be that great. But it is. Especially if you can pull it turn 2, because first of all, having 3 attack like that. Okay, hold on. Let's see what I want to do here. We can kill this Fury and Terror with the, that's what we're going to do. Yeah, so what we're going to do here is... Okay, so that combo's cool. We're going to get rid of the Venom Flame Archer. I don't like the Venom Flame Archer, but I have it because he's a Hunter ally. Okay, so we're going to play Deepwood Bobcat. Then we're going to play the Trap. And then we're going to kill the Fury and Terror. This guy gets haste and ambush, which is awesome, by the way. And then we'll get rid of his bow. Ooh, and that wastes the decoy trap. I don't really know if I wanted that to happen, but that's okay. That is what happened. Decoy trap is like a really weird card to use because you can attack someone, and then if they attack you back, it triggers decoy trap. I almost sometimes don't want that to happen. I only want it to trigger if it's their turn. So that's kind of weird. You know, it's not like an end-all thing, but it's just something that, oh well. Yeah, there's lots of stuff I want to say. So the whole point, oh, I didn't even say the one thing. So the whole point is I wanted to, what just happened? Oh, is it the Amore bow? Okay. So the one big point is I do want to show decks that you can't really make in Dark Prophecies. Because I made a Thraben deck, and I know Thraben's like a new hero, so he's not in, you know, whatever, but... Okay. I don't have any item destruction in this deck either, which is stupid, but it's how it is. It is how it is right now. So what's gonna happen, I guess, is we're gonna skip. I guess I'm gonna do this. Is this what we want to do? I guess. He'll kill that, but I don't know if I really care. And he is ambushed. That's right. It's awesome. I love it. I love ambush. Okay, so ambush. Now that there's actually like cards that have ambush, ambush is super cool. It's like so much better than it was previously. It really is. It's so helpful. It's so helpful. I can't even explain how helpful ambush like really is, except that it's really helpful. What else did I want to say? So, right. So this, okay, so, right. I made a Thraben deck, but it's boring. It utilizes some of the new cards, but not really interestingly enough. It's basically like, it's really close to just like, if you take a generic hero that's weapon-based, you add some weapons, some control cards, some allies. It's good. I haven't played in a while, but it's uninteresting is the whole point. Ooh, should we play Raven's Gambit on that? I don't know if I like that move, but it might be what we do, so we can not do that, which doesn't make any sense, but here's what's gonna happen. I'm not sure what's happening right now. Let's skip. Let's not... Oh, what to do? What to do? I don't want to play Rainbow. Let's play the Liar and Seductress into the Snare Trap. Sounds like a great idea, and let's just end my turn. What an awesome, awesome thing to do. I didn't know if that was a Snare Trap. So I was like gonna bait him, get rid of his crossbow. Wait, is it a cross? It's not a crossbow. It's crossbow. I don't know if that makes sense from coming from the planet Amore. Cool, so you still haven't done that. Oh, and I've got Dragnus. That's why I have Venom Flame Archer. Because of Dragnus. Drangus. Dragnus. Oops, it's N then G. So Drangus, Lord of the Wood. That's not really a plus. So he's a 4-8. He's actually 3-7, but his own ability makes him a 4-8, which is really cool. Plus I have Deepwood Bobcat, Venom Flame Archer, and Wendell as the Archer allies in this deck. And he pumps all of those up, so that's pretty cool. Boom, 4 damage. And what are you gonna do about it? Now, plus he actually gives all of them ambush too, and he has ambush, so that's just like another cool thing. Okay, so what's gonna happen? So this is kind of cool. Okay, one of the interesting things about this deck is normally, you know, you think Victor, you think that like poison arrow recursion thing, which he does, you know, a lot in Dark Prophecies. But this deck, I have so many hunter cards that I get all these different, you know, let's actually cancel. I don't know, I just want to play these first, you know, and then play the thing. I'm just worried if I do it in the other order, it's not going to work. So here, look, this is a great time where ambush, I think, really helps me because I can do damage on the hero and stuff. I don't know. There's so many thoughts I'm like trying to think of. And I'm making sure I say all of them because I know that I'm not going to do a deck twice in Dark Prophecies. That seems kind of pointless. He's going to kill Drangus, Lord of the Wood, which is disappointing, but you know, it has to happen. That's also okay. So another reason. So Wendith isn't great in this deck. Okay, here's the thing about Wendith in this deck. She has ambush. That's like ambush works so well with Midnight Sentinel because not only can you make a Dirk a 3/4. But you can make this Bobcat a 4/7, and you can make Wendith a 4/7. I've never used it on Drangus because that seems pointless. Because a lot of heroes have, you know, mind control, perfect shot, assassination, things to deal with one ally. So I've never used it on Drangus. But if you use it on him, I guess it would make him a 5/10, which would be kind of cool. But you know, whatever. Plus, recycling these Bobcats is, like, awesome. I love doing it. Because they're such a cool card, and just to keep recycling them... That's actually the card that gets recycled the most, probably, in this deck, is the Bobcats. Plus, they have haste, which is just awesome. And it's really easy to use the haste. So I think it's fair that they don't just naturally have haste, but it's definitely not, like, what is the volume changing for? But it's definitely not, like, too difficult to use that, like, oh man, these cards were so worthless. Yeah, I didn't really want to look at the decks that much in the beta, but I think that is what we're going to do. Or we get to Soul Seeker out. But do you have your thing? You do, because you do the... Okay, see, you're still in it. Still in it to win it, man. Oh, but that's why I have Soul Seeker. If you're wondering, well, if you don't like the card, why do you have it in the deck? Because Wendith is in the deck. It's kind of a stupid reason, but you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But that is the reason, because of Wendith. Midnight Sentinel, 2 Midnight Sentinels, and a Drangus, which is pretty awesome. Let's get rid of a Wendith. Man, I'm so close to killing something. I'm so close. Well, let's play Drangus here, because that'll give this guy ambush. Did you know there's no 3cc ally with ambush? None. That was really disappointing. When I was making this deck, I'm like, oh, I don't think there's one in the shadow side. I guess I don't know off the top of my head. He quit because I won. Okay. Is there one on the shadow side? I don't know. Well, let's just think. Well, I don't think so. I can't think of one off the top of my head. But I know for the human side, at least of the human hunters, which, you know, what other class is going to have ambush? I guess the rogues might have an ambush guy. But, whatever, I keep saying it. Plus I use the throwback artwork just because why not? Okay, so, let me just kind of... I said a lot of things. That's because I have a lot on my mind. So first of all, the reason I think this deck, you know, goes away from Dark Prophecies in a good way is you can really utilize ambush much better. Midnight Sentinel, I think, is a wonderful card. It's not great on its own, but when you pair it with lots of things that have ambush, it's great because adding a permanent +1 attack on anything is always welcome. I have lots of 2cc cards, but that's mainly to go with Deepwood Bobcat, because you have to have a decoy trap or a Raven's Gambit or a Enchanted Oak. You need a trap or a hunter ability to get its haste, and the haste is huge. And actually, to give it ambush, which is also huge because a lot of times, you know, you only want to use Midnight Sentinel on it when it has ambush, because it's really easy to get ambush. I mean, you're playing traps, you're playing Poison Arrow, so you can also do that. You can play Deepwood Bobcat, and then you can play like Poison Arrow, Midnight Sentinel, and you can make this thing a 4/7, which is awesome. 4/7 is supernova proof, and 4 attack is it's really awesome. Making it a 4/7 is awesome. Okay, Drangus, he's actually, I was like debating whether I liked him or not. He's actually cool because you look at 3/7 and you're like, well, whatever, and it gives all of your hunter. It's like, well, I'm not going to make a hunter only deck anytime soon. But you have to remember that he boosts himself, so he's actually a 4/8. I mean, unless like a Morbid Acolyte hits him or something, but you know, whatever. So he's a 4/8, really, which is like, oh, that's pretty good. And then I think giving +1 attack and +1 health to your hunter allies is awesome. But the fact that he gives ambush also just makes this deck, because I've actually been in situations. You might think, well, how often does that actually come into play? I've actually been in situations where, for whatever reason, we haven't been getting rid of our opponent's allies. Like maybe I'm playing against a Scarevox, so we each have lots of allies on the board, and the Drangus giving like half of my allies ambush is like super helpful. Not only to go with Midnight Sentinel, but ambush is just a helpful thing in general. That was the other thing I wanted to say about the Dirk Midnight Sentinel combo, is you play Dirk. Okay, so let's say you go first. So nothing happens on turn 1. The decks are a little more complex now. Games usually never go like this anymore, but let's just pretend it's kind of more of a standard decks. So let's say I play Dirk turn 2. I'm going first. You know, I have the advantage, whatever. Then let's say they play a Pewin or Ironhide Crash. It doesn't really matter. Next turn, I can come out with the Midnight Sentinel and buff Dirk and kill the Pewin/Ironhide Crash. But then turn 3, now it's their turn 3. If they want to play a Jasmine, Alden, Deathmage Thaddeus, I don't know, whatever it is. Well, Deathmage Thaddeus. Death Collector, that's a good example. I can attack with the Dirk. And he has ambush. So see, he doesn't lose any health. And then I can finish him off with the Midnight Sentinel. Very helpful. That is where like ambush comes into play a lot. Is a lot of times your allies aren't losing health, and that actually is huge. Huge. You'd be surprised how, like, you know, you're so used to doing that because, like, how many cards have ambush, and you're like, oh, well, this guy can take 2 health, and this guy can afford to take 1 damage here, and oh, well, the opponent has a weapon out, like, what am I going to do about it? I just have to attack him, and then you take the damage and stuff. The fact that ambush prevents all of that makes it awesome. I love it. We have Larian Seductress because I think it's because I had 4 Venom Flame Archers and I didn't want 4. So I was like, I want to kind of mix up the allies, and so I put into her. Enchanted Oak works awesome. Decoy Trap works cool. Because I have the Deepwood Bobcat, I don't think Snare Trap is needed at all. I haven't had any trouble with my opponent getting out early allies at all. Now that was a bad Duru, but like a rush, no troubles. The fact that this guy can haste, and the fact that Midnight Sentinel can boost the health and the fact that I have just general good ally destruction in Poison Arrow and my ability, I have really good control over allies, so it's very nice. Raven's Gambit is awesome. I have used it in other Hunter decks. Meh. In Victor, the ability, the fact, okay, don't break. The fact that you can kill anything is awesome. I mean, the same thing with Banebow. When Banebow got Perfect Shot, that was just the greatest thing ever. Because now all of a sudden there was no ally that the opponent could play that you couldn't kill the next turn. Assuming you had, Perfect Shot in your ability. But there was, I mean, Amber can maybe crippling blow it or attack it, but she doesn't have just this, insta-kill card. And so that's definitely awesome. So I love how Victor has this insta-kill card that goes great with his ability. You draw 2 cards, and then plus you can recycle them with your ability. That's really hard to do because you have to play it after your ability. You can't play it before, but it'll happen sometimes, and it's kind of nice because it'll keep building your draw. Soul Seeker, again, Wendith is great because she has Ambush, and you can make her a 4/7 with Midnight Sentinel, and she's just great on her own because so many of the allies have Ambush that, I mean, it's frustrating dealing with them. But, I don't know. I'd much rather have another 5cc ally with Ambush. It doesn't exist. So I have Soul Seeker in there just so I'm not totally ignoring her weapons ability. I don't know. It's probably stupid. Really, I should get rid of Soul Seeker because I rarely use it and put in item destruction. Because that's a big issue I've run into. I just haven't done it yet. It's the beta. Okay, any last thoughts is, I had Wrath of the Forest because I have a lot of allies, if you look. And, I don't know, it slowed me down. Tainted Oracle lets me, it still slows you down, but it lets you kind of keep your momentum a little more than Wrath of the Forest. Especially if you get a great start, like Dirk, Midnight Sentinel, and then, see, the thing is, they've usually killed one, though, by turn 4. Let's say you go second. Let's say you get the Dirk Midnight Sentinel combo off. It's awesome, but they can usually kill one. They have a fireball. They have stuff to handle it. So then you play Wrath of the Forest, and then they might destroy the Wrath of the Forest with their item destruction. I just didn't like the Wrath of the Forest. It just wasn't working well for me. I put in Tainted Oracle, much better. I don't even know if I need 4, because Raven's Gambit and Victor's ability helps me draw. But I don't know. I haven't really tweaked it. This was just whatever. Right. The only thing that is disappointing in this deck, if I can say that, is the Venom Flame Archer. I'd love to see if you guys have a thought for it. Because I feel like there needs to be another 3cc ally here. I just going through the list. I never use his ability, by the way. The only reason he's in here, instead of just Jasmine, is because I've used his ability once. It's to play with the newer cards, and he does go with Drangus here. So, he does go with that. He goes up to a 4/5, which is pretty good. And 4/5 is actually really good if you think about it. So, he does go with Drangus. I've used his ability sparingly. I think I've used it once, or maybe twice. But I don't know. Jasmine just doesn't feel right for this deck. Sometimes I don't want to put in a card because it just doesn't, fit in my mind. It's probably better, but it, doesn't fit the theme. Gadari Barbarian? I don't know. Fleet-footed Messenger? What's the haste for? I don't need haste. Spirit Warden? I haven't had problems with undead. Actually, I have, so maybe Spirit Warden. Jade? Yeah, right. I don't have enough Shadow Energy to use Venom Flame's ability. I'm going to use Jade's ability. I don't know, whatever. So, I'm kind of disappointed that there isn't a 3cc ally with Ambush that I can put in the... Even if it's just it has to be better than Dirk. He's 2/3 and his Ambush. I think that would be better Venom Flame. I don't know. Whatever. But that's the deck. Hopefully more stuff will come out if you're worried about that. I did want to wait for more of the artwork to come out. It's coming out slowly. Man, there was something else I wanted to say, but what? Oh, look at you! What are you doing? Yeah, but stuff will happen. Don't worry. And I will play with the other. That's what I want to say. I will play with the other heroes more, the newer heroes. But again, I'm not the best player ever. I've been playing around a lot, and my focus more is to show you the different play styles. Like, because obviously the heroes are going to be different. They have different abilities, right? And there's new cards. But I kind of want to emphasize more how the new cards open more styles of play rather than they're just new allies with different abilities. And I think this is one way that you can really take advantage of ambush and really make an ambush-based deck and have it be successful. And I'd love to have more ambush, but there's not enough allies. So that's all I want to say is that. Okay, last thing, real quick, just because I'm thinking about it. You think this is Ethan? Ethan? Y-T-H-A-N? You know, well, no, I play against a Baduru. You think this is him? In his artwork, he has a sword. Which, there it is. It's there, right there to his right. And he's got a, I'm going to call it a panther. But he's got a cat. And, I'm really thinking this is him. White hair. This is him, guys. The sword, because he has a sword in his artwork. Let's just look at this, because I'm gonna write it on the forums, but whatever. This is like the personal thing. You get to hear my soothing voice. He's got a sword, which just kind of threw me off. Like, why does he have a sword? I don't know. He just doesn't feel like a sword type of guy. You know what I mean? But the fact that it's in Pride of the Mountain, that means it's him. Okay? So, yes. Anyway. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. As always, goodbye.